everyone. Shalom, shalom. Gonna come on here real quick. Want to have a little quick discussion about a little bit of a video I saw that was shared by Brother Big Levi earlier that Perry put out. And, you can tell he's referring to some things that we've been talking about. So I figured, we come together and just kind of bring some more clarification. Give the family a little bit of time to kind of come in here real quick. You can tell, like I said, this truth is spreading. This truth, it cannot be refuted. It's spreading. And it's causing a lot of division. It's causing a lot of strife, okay, in different areas. I said these people are watching everything we do. Okay, they're watching what we're doing. They're watching what we're saying. And they can sit there and act like it's not a big deal, and they're just it's not a big. It is a big deal because it's fulfilling prophecy. What you're seeing going on right now is fulfilling prophecy. It's the prophecies that they haven't told the world. They didn't tell the world that the true Israelites were the so-called African Americans. They didn't tell them that. They didn't tell them that, we had these people under subjection, but they're going to wake up in the future. They didn't tell them that. They didn't tell them that, they're going to wake up and they're going to want all their stuff back. All the stuff that we've been enjoying. They're going to want all that back. They didn't tell the world that. That's why the world is just totally oblivious right now. Many of them, but some of them are awakening. They're realizing that, a lot of these people are realizing that these churches have been lying. They realizing now that everything these churches have been telling them has been a bunch of lies. And now some people don't stop at that. They don't okay, the church is lying to me. Screw it. I don't want to know anything about religion anymore. I'm just going to go and just live my life. YOLO. Some people are like, okay, well, if what they're telling me isn't the truth, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to search for the truth. And a lot of people are praying, to God. God, can you please lead me to the truth? God, I want to know the truth. Can you please show me the truth? And then that's where the journey begins. When they started to walk away from the church. And they start to go and look for the truth. Now they are under the subjection of the Holy Spirit. Now the Holy Spirit's like, okay, you really want this truth? You really want to see this truth? And they'll say, yes. Yes, Father, I want to see this truth. Okay. They'll be looking on YouTube. And they'll get a suggestion. Might be one of the Hebrew Israelite camps. Might be one of the Hebrew Israelite brothers and sisters that's made a video. And it might pique a little interest in them. And they're like, okay, well, that seems really interesting. Okay, let me do some more research into what they say. Then as soon as they start to go into some more research, another video pops up. They start watching some videos. Then, okay, wow, okay, I never heard that before. Then all of a sudden, some other videos pop up. Then maybe one of my videos pops up. Then maybe one of Brother Big Levi's videos pops up. Maybe one of Abdullah Asir's videos pops up. Maybe Yeshua the Unifier. Maybe Hawud. Right? Maybe one of the Spiritualites. Maybe Hebrew Widow. You see what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, it's like, damn, look at all this information that I have not been exposed to. So they get this information. They start to talk to their friends that they used to go to church with. Definitely, Brother Maine. When his videos pops up, we're suggesting each other's videos. And then all of a sudden, they go back and start talking to some of their friends at the church. Hey, I've been studying some other information, and this stuff is, it can't be refuted. It's stuff, definitely, Brother Kudumeo again, Dane Calloway, some of the other Hebrew Israelites, they're in this truth as well. But see, and then they start talking, these people start, they start doing this research. They start talking to some people that they were in the church with. And then they start to go and look at some of this stuff. And they start to realize, oh my gosh, there's all this information that I've never heard of before. There's all this stuff that I've never heard of before. Then eventually, someone goes back and tells the pastor. And pastors start to realize that people are leaving the church. People are, aren't sending them tithes in like they usually do. Now they're starting to affect their money. Now they have to respond, but they can't respond directly. They can't say, well, this person's channel saying this, and this person's channel saying that, and that's not true, and this isn't true. They can't do that. They cannot come directly against the truth. So they'll just make little comments like, I've heard this. Some say that. Don't listen to these people. Don't listen to people that come with this new doctrine. You see what I'm saying? That's what's going on. Oh, this is a brand new doctrine. People are bringing in new doctrines and it's not even in the Bible. That's what Perry said in his video today. I was like, damn. I mean, it's pretty much just straight out like, there's people that are coming down with these new doctrines that aren't even in the Bible. You need to hold the line. Brother Big Levi shared his video and talked about around the 8:30 mark. But if you go past it, it's like the 9:30. I would say start around the 8:30. Listen to it to about 10:30. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Start around 8:30. Listen to it around 10:30. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Listen, he's talking directly to this movement. Because he's pretty much saying like, hold the line. Don't listen to these new doctrines. Listen to people who have been preaching for 40, 50 years, like Dr. Jeremiah. And he said he can list a whole lot of other people. And you know what? I'm like, hey, people are just trying to make a name for themselves and stuff like that. I'm like, this is the problem. You guys don't understand. It's not just me. It is not just me. I'm nobody. Okay? We have a nation of people that are here now. We have a nation of people that have been here. But the thing is that we've been so scattered into all these different churches and we've been so brainwashed that we never thought about this. Now the Most High has awakened us and he's bringing the nation together. We have a nation of specialists. Okay? So trust me, I don't know a lot of stuff, but my nation does. Someone in my nation knows something about whatever topic we're getting into. We have specialists that know that. We have specialists that know everything. Because that's how our nation has been built. We have a nation of specialists. So when I'm doing a video and you're looking, and these people are here, there's these people in these churches are coming and they're looking at what you guys are putting in the chat. They're going back and researching all this information that the brothers and sisters are putting in this chat. And they're seeing that all this information is true and they can't be refuted. That's what's scaring the hell out of all these people, is that there's all this truth. It's not just me, it's the whole nation. We are a collective. And that's why it's been so important to keep us all separated. I said, as long as we're all 5 fingers, no big deal. When you have 5 fingers come together and you make that fist, that's when there's a problem. And that's what's scaring these people half to death now. Look, they're like, you need to concentrate on people who've been in the fight for 50 years and 60 years, and the ones that, have this doctrine, the doctrine that they've established, and don't listen to people with a new doctrine. Okay, what you don't understand is this. Your doctrine is the new doctrine. What we are bringing is the original doctrine. You got it backwards. That's the problem with these churches. You guys were the ones who came over and conquered our people, took over our lands and established the new Jesus. You've established the new doctrine. The doctrine that you see now is not the doctrine that was in effect when the Hebrew Israelites were in charge. Trust me, we ain't doing Christmas. We weren't doing Easter. We weren't eating pork, shrimp, crab. We were holy, separate. We didn't believe in universalism. Okay? So see, your doctrine that you guys have brought in these churches is the new doctrine. That's the new Jesus. White Jesus. That's why we have the Russian Icons book that has pictures from way before you guys established your Christian churches. And everybody in there were so-called black people. Cesare Borgia is a new creation. Okay? So that is the new doctrine. What we're bringing, what the Most High has given us, is how it used to be. Okay? I don't know if I'm getting, I don't want the sun to heat up my phone. Okay? So, this is what is going on. And it was just crazy. Oh, you know, these people are trying to, some of these people are trying to make a name for themselves and this, and that. I'm like, bro, it doesn't matter who I am. Most High could replace me tomorrow with somebody else. I said, I never wanted this position in the first place. You know, apparently you haven't realized, except for years, I did videos not even showing myself. I said, it's because that's never been important to me. I did many years, all you guys saw were my hands, right? Arms, whatever else, and that was it. I wasn't here for all that. Still not here for all that. Okay? But see, that's the whole thing with what's going on right now. They can't attack the information. And it's always becomes an attack on the person and their motivations. You know what I mean? Like I said, I went to seminary school. I was trained by your professors in your seminary school. There are plenty of people here in the chat that went to seminary school. There are plenty of people here in the chat that were big parts of churches. I have a dear brother of mine. He was a pastor. He knows the ins and outs of the churches. A couple of them. They're deep. They know all the ins and outs of what goes on behind the scenes. Okay, so like I said, so this is not like we haven't been in your guys' churches and we don't know what's going on. Many of the dudes I went to school with are pastors today. And those same guys do not want to have a conversation with me about anything that has to do with the Bible. When you guys say things like, well, these new doctrines aren't even in the Bible. Well, yes, they are. See, the problem is this. You guys go with the Bible and then you stop. We go with the Bible and we go to other books as well. That's the difference. You guys, it's not that we don't use the Bible. We just don't only use the Bible. That's the difference. We use the Bible and other books and other historical documents and things like that. But see, that's what the issue is. They want to say this is a new doctrine, this is that. No, it's not. I said, when Yahushua was here, what do you think happened when he came in? He brought his doctrine. What did the Pharisees say back then? He's bringing a what? A new doctrine. We don't agree with this. This isn't what, we've been teaching for hundreds of years. He's bringing a new doctrine. He's bringing his own doctrine. Is that not exactly the same thing they said with Yahushua? Is that not what they said with Paul when he was going from city to city? Telling, like remember we talked about Paul and Thecla, telling him, hey, separate yourselves from these people. Don't do the same things that these people are doing. Did that not shut everything down? See, this is just a repeat of what's been happening before. See, that's the thing. When the Israelites come to your town, when the Israelites are raised up, they're going to pull up wherever they are, and they're going to wreck shop, no matter where they go. And that's exactly what we're doing. We're pulling up, and we're wrecking your guys' your whole program. And you guys can't, you can't come against the information. And that's what's causing issues. And that's exactly what we do. We do that and if you go through the scriptures, that's exactly what we've been doing. We pull up to wherever you guys are at, and we start wrecking shop spiritually. We start destroying these devilish doctrines. So when people are, so just make sure you listen when you guys are hearing, the Gentiles, our people, we already understand this, but Gentiles, you guys listen. The history is repeating itself. So the same people that were here during the time of Yahushua are here today. So see, you've only been hearing the Pharisee side. You've only been hearing their side of everything. You haven't been hearing the Hebrew Israelite side, because we were asleep. We were cursed. We were put down. So therefore, the Pharisees and the Sadducees have been able to just push their doctrine with no one going against it, with no competition. Now the Father has awakened his people. And now we are bringing the original doctrine back. We're bringing what the Most High had given us and our charge from the beginning. And now they're saying things like, oh, you're bringing a new doctrine. It's not a new doctrine. Prove to me that your doctrine has been here forever. Prove to me that your doctrine that you guys come up with now is the same doctrine that was here thousands of years ago. Show me white Jesus back then. Show me Caesarea Borgia thousands of years ago. You see? So like I said, this is, if you guys say, a lot of people who go to these churches, if you say you know the Bible, okay, look today. Who are the Sadducees? Who are the Pharisees? Who are the ones that have the established religion? Who are the ones that would be like Yahushua and his people, who are the ones who are going against the establishment? Who are the ones who were oppressed? Who were the ones that were asleep that were going to be awakening at the end? You see what I'm saying? Like this is, it talks about who are the ones that have hidden books. Who's the one that's hidden? Baruch, second Baruch, Esdras, second Esdras, Maccabees. Who are the ones that have been responsible for hiding all this information? See, and Baruch 2, it says, 2 and 30, we're going to wake up in the lands of our captivities. These are all prophecies that are happening, even though you're not aware of them. These are prophecies that are happening. I said, so we're not here. I'm just here to do what the Most High wants me to do. We're just bringing out information. If you agree with it, cool. If you don't, keep it moving. It's just that simple. No one is here trying to win souls for the church and stuff like that. That's church doctrine. That's what you guys do. Okay? I said, that's not what we're here. I'm here to do what the Most High wants me to do. Okay? And if bringing out this knowledge, understanding, bringing out this information, bringing the family together. And like I said, we have specialists here. So I know that there's like a plethora of great and useful information in the chat, that people are seeing it, and they're going and studying it, and they're realizing that it's true. And I'm sure that's causing issues in many churches. But do you not think that that's exactly what happened with Yahushua? When Yahushua was here? You don't think that he was saying things that were going against the established churches and causing problems? And then what do you think they said? He's crazy. He's just, it's a new doctrine. He's a devil. He's a magician. That's what they called Paul. That's what they called the apostles. Same thing. Nothing new under the sun. There's nothing new under the sun. So I just found it, like, look at Perry's new video and go and check out around the 8-minute 30-second mark. Listen to it to like the 10-minute 30-second part and mark, and you're gonna hear he's talking directly pretty much to this movement that you're seeing going on right now. Talk about it's a new movement. Don't listen to that. Listen to established teachers. And if that's what's in your spirit, do that. If it's not in your spirit to listen to what we're saying, turn it off and go listen to Dr. Jeremiah. I listened to him for years. Listened to Dr. Van Impe. I listened to Perry Stone for years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I learned a lot of things from them as well. But then the Most High prepared me, gave me a good foundation, and then said, okay, son, It's time to move. It's time for you to elevate. I never tell people don't go check someone out. If you guys have been with me for any time, I've always told you, go listen to them. Go listen to what they have to say. Go, you go and listen to them and then see what your spirit, is drawn to. If it's drawn to this truth, beautiful. Okay? But if not, and this is the truth, then you cleave to the Most High and you cleave to his people. And that's it. But I was gonna make a video later on, but I thought Most High kind of put it in my spirit to, come in now and kind of bring this information out right now. So because like I said, I think it was that important because there's something that's brewing and it's stirring in these churches. And it's just following the same pattern as what's happened in the past. The players are all still here. Except the Israelites have always been here. I said, but now we've been awakened. And just like back then, they could not contend with Yahushua. They could not contend with the apostles. They could not contend with the Israelites and their understanding. And there's no different today. So there's no difference than today. They're not going to be able to contend with this truth that's here right now either. I said because the truth is undefeated, and there's nothing that anyone can do against the truth. All praise is the Most High Yahweh. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother. Who is wisdom? Who is the Holy Spirit? Acknowledgement to Yahushua. Shalom, family.